Good morning. In previous classes, we have discussed regarding the things of the language policy, central state relations, and as usual, as we have discussed about the linguistic state, means how is federalism has practiced in India. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the decentralization in India. So we noted about the that federal government have the two or more types of government. We have so far discussed about two types of government in our country, right? But vast country like India can't be run only through these two types because it is a very vast already I said. India's states is also large and the independent countries like Europe. The states of the India we can compare with the single states as Europe also. Uttar Pradesh is bigger than Russia. Maharashtra is about as big as Germany, and many of the states are internally very diverse. There is thus we need a for power sharing within these states. Federal power sharing in India need another tier of government. So below that of states government, there is a rationale for decentralization of power. Thus resulted a third tier of government. That is, we are calling as a by name. It's a local government. We can call by its name. So already said that the things what are the India is a vast country and the states also as pretty much as bigger than the other countries. So the states we have very diverse in the state. That's the reason we need the one more tier. That is the third tier we are having. That is we are calling by the name of a local government. When power is taken away from central and state governments, given it to the local government, it is called what are the decentralization. Main concept of the decentralization is giving a root, building a nation, things from the root cause this one. And when we have seen the villages are developing, automatically we can say as a government has developed or the state has been developed. Okay, the basic idea behind decentralization is there is a large number of problems issue which is the are best settled in the local level. For example, the level of the local itself problems should be solved by they, because the many members of the central or state government can't be able to solve that problems. That is the reason one thing. And which people are best selected as a local level. People have better knowledge of problems in their localities. When they are in the local, they know the what are the problems and what is the solutions for that one. That is the main cause. There have been a better ideas and where spend money, how to manage things more efficiently. Beside, at the we can say as that at the local level it is possible for the people to directly participate in the decision making. This helps to inculcate a habitat of democratic participation. Local government is the best way to realize the realize one important principle of democracy here. That is we can call as a local self government. And the need of for decentralization were recognized in our constitution. Since then, there have been several attempts to decentralize power to the level of village and towns. In panchayat villages and municipalities in urban areas were set up in all the states, but we can say as here these was directly under control of state government. What are the local governments we are calling here? It is a direct who is a direct connect with here. It is a connected directly connected with the we can call as it is from the state government. Elections to these local governments were not held regularly. Local governments did not have any powers or resources of their own. Thus, there is very little decentralization is effective terms. So, the right now we can say the local elections or the gram panchayat, you can say municipality. The election of the term has been decentralized. That is the reason that decentralization has been adopted in India in the year of the 1992. The constitution was amended to make the third tier of democracy more powerful and effective. What is the amendment? Already I said amendment is the changes in whatever doing in the constitution with the approval of the legislative bodies. So according to that, now it is constitutionally mandatory to hold regular elections to local government bodies. According to this one, the local bodies election, it is a compulsory to held as a tenure of the, in Karnataka we can say it is a 5 years once, right? And seaters are reserved to elected bodies and executive heads of this institution for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and other backward classes. How we are seeing in the state government and the central government reservation is there, like that also we are having the seat reservation, that is for the local executive heads, that is the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward classes. At least 1/3 of position of all position are reserved for women. Here also we are having the empowerment of women is going on. There is 1/3 of the, what are the ratio is there are the position in that the woman is the one part. An independent institution called State Election Commission has been created. In each state conduct the panchayat and municipality election. To conduct the municipality election or the gram panchayat election, so one committee has been created, that is the state election committee. These are the in charge for those things. Anyhow, at now in the year, these are 2020 October time has fixed for the tenure of the to conduct the we can say as a gram panchayat election. So an independent institution called the State Election Commission has been created in search of conduct the panchayat and municipality election. The state government are required to share some powers and revenue with the local bodies, and the nature of the sharing from state to state is different. Rural local government is popularly known as name of Panchayat Raj. Okay, each village or a group of village in some state has Grama Panchayat. This is council consisting of several ward members, often called Panch, and the president or we are calling the president as a Sarpanch also. They are directly elected all the adult population living in that ward or village. It is a decision when we are saying as a rural government, it is we can call as it is a decision making body for our entire village. What are the Panch or the Sarpanch is they, their committee are the entire body, they are the decision makers here. The Panchayat works under overall supervision of Grama Sabha. So yearly twice the Grama Sabha should be happen. All the voters in the villages are its members. Who are the members of the Grama Sabha? All the adults who are the more than the 18 years, they are the village who are voting. They are the members of this one. It has meet at least twice or thrice in a year to approve annual budget of Grama Panchayat and review the performance of a Grama Panchayat. This is about the Grama Panchayat in this one. In the next classes, we are going to talk about what are the local government structure and how it will be works and all those things. Thank you for watching a video. Have a nice day. Go for ahead.